trying to write a book report without reading the book. So she's relying on AI and Google, ChatGPT to do it. And so the piece that she turned in is like, I know you and you don't talk like this.
I know
you and you don't talk like this.
Daddy, where's Mommy?
Welcome back, parents. Deep breaths.
We know you've had a day.
Because we had one too. But welcome to Let Me Tell You Why I Hate My Kids, the only parenting podcast that lets you know that you're not crazy.
Your kids are.
And they definitely are.
Every last one of them.
Every last one of them. But we got a story, a juicy story to tell, so y'all strap in.
Strap in, let's go.
It's, am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for not letting my parents to be involved grandparents because they chose my sister's friend over me?
Okay, we got to get into that.
All right, so it says, I'm 25, pregnant with my first child, and only a few weeks ago, my estranged parents found out about my pregnancy from someone I know from back in my hometown. All right, they reached out so excited to find out they were going to be grandparents and wanted to be involved, but I ignored them and continued ignoring them until 2 days ago when I replied one time and made it clear they will never know my child or be in our lives. And I wanted them to know, to stop contacting me. This was all email, by the way. Okay.
Okay, so this ain't even a phone call or text. This is just by email.
So, okay.
The fact that you emailing your parents, that's how y'all communicate.
The fact that the email,
communicate.
That lets me know a lot.
There's a lot going on. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, let me get you some background. Okay, so we're gonna get some background.
Yeah, we need some background. How we get the email basis?
I have an older sister, Sam. She's 28, and she had a best friend, Luna. Sam and Luna met in preschool and became fast friends. Luna was over our house all the time, and eventually she started saying really awful things to me and bullying me. She called me names, mocked me whenever I asked if I could spend some time with her and Sam. She threw stuff at me, and when she sees me, she even made a game out of spitting at me, seeing how many times she could hit me.
Okay.
I don't know how old she is when she was doing this,
right.
But that just seems...
That sounds like a fight, but okay.
That sounds crazy.
Now, if you're like 3 or 4, then maybe you're just scared.
My parents knew, and they did nothing. But once I was 7, she was a little younger, they sat me down and told me that Luna had a bad time at home, and she was mean, but she needed us, and I needed to understand. And how Luna was so important to Sam, she would grow up into a better person if we didn't abandon her. Okay, so Luna had a rough house, and she's staying with her.
They were trying to be
good parents.
Good, yeah. They're trying to show her better through. Okay,
gotcha. Okay, understand. But
the spitting thing may be too far, but I mean, you still got to address that. But go ahead.
Right. Okay. She used to come along to extended family parties and dinners. I remember one time my mom's side was all meeting up, and because my parents didn't say Luna was coming, we were a chair short for a bit. Luna took the chair and then said there was no room for me at the table, which is weird because I thought they were sisters. They look like they treating the older sister as the stepsister or something. They choosing Luna over the real sister.
From that story, the way that the writer is telling it, like, I guess the older sister, we can just assume the older sister had a seat. Luna sat down, so that left the little sister.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Out.
Oh, the little sister out.
Yeah, so it's like the little sister is the stepchild or the non-family member.
Okay. Luna took the chair and then said there was no room for me at the table, just like there wasn't room for me anywhere. And I should cry in a corner somewhere. Luna just sounds like...
She just sounds like a terrible kid.
Okay. Mom's family was horrified, and I started to cry. I was like 9 by then. My grandparents ended up leaving the table and getting one just for the 3 of us, and they spoiled me while they refused to pay for a single thing Luna consumed. They asked me what was going on too, and I told them everything. Afterwards, my parents got so much shit from mom's side of the family, and my mom's parent contacted my dad's parents, and they were shamed by both sides. Okay.
Okay.
Other people getting involved. We got a little bit more to go. Stay with us.
Right.
But then when I was 12, my parents let Luna move in with us. So now Luna
Okay.
gets to move in
She get to
permanently.
move in, right.
They said her home situation was worth, and she was going to apologize, and we were going to make sure she felt welcome and wanted with us. I got sorry, I guess, for her, but I could hear her making fun of me to Sam whenever me and my parents weren't around. She laughed at how I looked. Betrayed when my parents told me she was moving in. So she laughed about how I looked betrayed when my parents told me she was moving in.
Mm-hmm.
She found it hilarious. I think you can see whose side Sam was always on.
That's what it sounds.
I'm just saying.
I'm finding the issue with the older sister.
Right.
Yeah.
I lived like that for a little over a year before it got too much, and I told my grandparents Luna was living with us. They went ballistic on my parents. After weeks or months of fighting about it, my grandparents insisted I was going to move in with them. My parents protested against it, but my grandparents said they couldn't be trusted to take care of me. My parents wouldn't kick out Luna for me, so yeah, I live with my grandparents the rest of the time, and I actually live in the same neighborhood as them with my partner now. Okay, so she got married and now she's living, okay. I actually, last little paragraph, I actually had zero contact once I moved in with my grandparents. These emails were the first contact in more than a decade.
Oh.
My parents keep replying to the one email. I got like 4 within minutes and an hour, and I sent it, and they were telling me I'm taking this too far, and they said Luna isn't even in the picture anymore. Am I
So
the
the
asshole?
friendship didn't even last with Sam, the older sister.
That's a lot to unpack.
That's a lot to unpack. I mean, you go over a decade without speaking to your parents. How did you get how each other get each other emails? That's without talking to each other.
It just seems like a lot. First of all, I don't know why Sam, the older sister, is not taking up for the younger sister.
I think I'm finding more issue with that. Like
Right.
the older sister not telling Luna to chill, calm down or whatever. Like, hey, that's my sister. Stop. You
It's
know,
getting to a point, like-
it's spitting on her and all this kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Like, where's that protectiveness that come from
Right.
with siblings? So
Yeah, if you
I
can't
feel
get
like
it
your
from
beef should be
parents-
with your sister. The parents are kind of, granted, you shouldn't allow nobody to when you see it, address it, of course,
Mm-hmm.
but you're not really going to discipline or somebody else's kid, or even if you know whatever Luna's home situation was,
Mm-hmm.
and you're trying to help her escape that or whatever. So I get them not tossing Luna out.
Commend the parents for that.
But at the same
But at the
time,
same
though,
time-
you can't leave that stuff unchecked. If your kid is coming to you,
Yes.
you have a conversation about it, address it with Luna, and then I guess if there's a changed behavior, then you can say, okay, you know, we can't allow you to stay here if you're going boom boom boom. But the sister though, the older sister though, is really the one I got to beef with. Like, sis, you know, where you at? You know.
Right. I just feel like if the parents not stepping in, I will want the older sister to step in, because that's your best friend. I mean, that's supposed to be your friend.
Right, that's your friend.
And the fact that your friend is just outright disrespecting your sister and you ain't said nothing about it, I feel like you should have more beef with Sam than your parents.
Right. So I'm curious what her relationship with Sam is these years later. After she moved out, lived with the grandparents. I mean, so what's her relationship with Sam? And then Luna, the parents say Luna ain't even in the picture no more. Now I'm like, okay, well, what ended up happening with Sam and Luna, or
Well,
maybe
yeah,
Sam
they
and Luna
older
still
now.
friends.
If the younger sister done had a baby and got a partner and got a house, I'm sure Luna ain't in the picture no more. Luna done moved out and went somewhere
She
else.
got
by now.
started her own
Yeah,
life.
she started her own life.
But I'm wondering if Luna and Sam still friends. You
True.
know.
I would think so. I don't see how that would get broken up, but
Yeah, but that's it's I won't say they're the asshole per se.
I wouldn't say she's the asshole. I would. Would you take it that far and not speak to your parents? Well, if you haven't spoken in 10 years and now they want to rekindle or want to get things back in order, hey, we messed up, blah, 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 would you give them a second chance?
I'll give them an ear. Yeah, I mean, that's your parents at the end of the day. Now, you may want to tread lightly. I get that. You know, it's been over a decade since you talked or whatever. I'm a different person. You're different people. So it's like getting to know each other all over again. Mm-hmm. The starting point is just that you're my parents, so that bridge is always there. I would definitely, since she's been living with her grandparents.
You could say that she never felt like she were her parents.
As far as the protective sense, yeah, I can get that. Like, you guys didn't protect me, when I needed it. And her grandparents are more her parents,
right?
Than her natural parents. So, but if I was to open up that door, I would definitely let the grandparents know, be like, hey, I've heard from mom and dad. What do you guys think? Because then there's a lot of tentacles to this. Have the grandparents talk to her parents much, or what's all that going on? And then
I would think the grandparents had to talk to the parents, because how did the parents find out that she's pregnant?
And the email,
right?
So somebody passing information.
Somebody talking.
Yeah. So I wonder. Oh, and then you say you haven't seen. So you were 12 or so when you moved in with your grandparents. There weren't no family functions or whatever going on, because you said you haven't seen or talked to your parents in over a decade.
Disowned them in a minute, boy.
She got her grandparents' house and said, "I'm free."
I'm gonna say I've never been in that situation, but
thankfully,
I can see and I can feel the hurt and the betrayal that she feels right now. I wouldn't say she's an asshole. I will say I would give my parents a second chance.
I would,
because they don't sound like bad people, because they let another stranger child into their household and did all that stuff. So I don't think they bad people.
I don't think they bad people.
I just think the judgment stuff is probably a little off.
They're not necessarily bad people. Now, you could argue as a parent, like how you allow so much time to go by without speaking with your kid.
True.
Now, granted, there is a point where maybe when she first moved to her grandparents, they tried. She clearly didn't want no parts of it. Mm-hmm. So they was like, okay, well, whenever you're ready, we're here. Mm-hmm. And her ready just never came. So
it never came.
Especially
10 years later.
And then, to hear she pregnant, then it's like, oh my gosh, our kid pregnant. We want to.
Yeah.
So they probably tried to.
You're going to need somebody to babysit.
You're going to need somebody to babysit. And
grandparents getting old.
And you want, it's right. They were already your grandparents when you're 12.
Yeah.
So how old are they now? And we all need our village, so.
Tough situation.
It's a tough situation. Definitely a tough situation.
Definitely don't think she's the asshole for asking.
Or at least, even if you and your parents don't have the best relationship, at least, as long as it makes sense, allow them to have a relationship with your kid.
Yeah.
Even if y'all not, never rekindle that parent-child dynamic, at least give them that opportunity.
Say, don't pass trauma on generation to generation.
Exactly.
Stop the trauma with you.
Stop the trauma with you. Seek therapy.
Yeah.
Do what you need to do, but don't you hit it on the head. Don't pass that trauma to your kids, because they're just going to be based off your experience.
Right.
They won't have no experiences for themselves.
Yeah.
So now that's a branch of their selves or their identity that they won't have a relationship with, or have no knowledge of. So, yeah.
Yeah. Sleep on it, pray on it, and seek counsel.
Seek counseling.
But that is our story of the week. Am I the asshole? As we transition into our own personal families.
Yes.
How was your week this week? I know it wasn't as heavy as the story we
listen, I barely let my kids be too mean to each other than let alone somebody else's kid.
Right.
But
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't even let my kids, fight amongst themselves.
Right, like y'all need to
Let
stop.
somebody else come up
right,
here.
spit especially. That to me is like the ultimate level of we don't do that here. Like we throwing hands.
Yeah, we don't do that here. Maybe you're not supposed to.
Maybe you're not.
Maybe you best
to.
over there, wherever that's going on over there.
Maybe it's a reason stuff going on over there. Gosh. But anyway, my week. So I actually got to give my son Trey, who probably is the origin of most of my stores. I got to give him his props this past week.
Okay.
So Torrance, my youngest, he just recently turned 6. So his birthday coming up, and we got our plans and whatnot. Well, Trey, he asked to go to the store to purchase him a gift.
Okay.
Spend his own money,
Okay.
buying Torrance a gift because it's his birthday. Now, mind you, the older 2 kids ain't crap
saying
about
nothing.
it. They ain't saying nothing. Ain't even thinking about it.
Ain't even thinking about it.
But Trey, who's probably the douchiest to Torrance, and maybe it's guilt. I don't know. Maybe he just feel bad. Like in that moment, he's like, I'll do something nice for him before I right back to being a douche. But Trey, now I ended up paying for it because we went to the store. And what he picked out, he was a little short. So I covered it for him, and he ultimately held on to his money. But just the thought of my brother, and he nagged all week about it. Like he would not, I got to get him a gift. I got to buy him a gift or whatever. So I thought that was real cool. Like he wanted to buy his brother a gift for his birthday.
Okay.
So that was cool.
Heartful moment.
A good heartful moment. And did a little hand thing. And then you just look at him, you might be all right. So it was definitely a good in that regard. Then Torrance's birthday, we ended up having to, we wanted to go to a water park for his birthday, but we live in Florida, so it rained. So we ended up having to adjust our plans. Went to Chuck E. Cheese.
Okay.
And a couple episodes ago, we actually saw a clip of a kid coming and blowing out a candle.
Yeah.
So when it came to that part, I'm looking around like, who flying? So luckily nobody came over to blow out the candle, so we avoided that.
Okay.
But yeah, so we went to Chuck E. Cheese. They played their games, and I'm not gonna call out this specific location, but half the games ain't work.
I've had that happen before.
That annoyed me. You swipe your little card, it turned green, and nothing happened. The little skee ball thing or whatever, I think that's the name of it. Skee ball had a little thing, and you roll the ball up into the rings.
Yeah.
There was like 4, so 3 was occupied, but the one on the far end didn't work. The balls never came down.
And I think it's only like 1 Chuck E. Cheese or 2
in town. It's like 2 in town.
Yeah, because they closed a bunch of them down.
Could be 3. That's it,
I
though.
would think that they done put all the working ones in the ones that's still here.
You would figure the maintenance will be on point because you only got 3. So, but there were a few games that didn't work.
Okay.
Annoyingly. Excuse me. But other than that, so he enjoyed his birthday, had the whole cake and Chucky kids being scared of kids want to go to Chuck E. Cheese and get scared of Chucky.
That's my oldest.
That's so crazy. Like you love the place, but
when Chucky comes out,
scared of the homeowner. When Chucky come out, you hold him a leg and clench your tuck. Go dance with Chucky. Like no. So that's always been hilarious to me. Like how they scared of the costume. It's a person in a costume. What are we scared of?
Right. I don't know if they think it's a
real rat. Like
I don't know what goes to their mind there, but
Torrance was not having it because they got a little part where they're supposed to dance and stomp and clap and all this kind of stuff. He was not going for it. He kind of just stood there with his hands in his pocket, swaying from side to side.
That's how mine be.
Yeah.
You think like, bro, we're here for
you. Here for you. Go. Go. But
I haven't been to Chuck E. Cheese in a while. My kids done grew up from Chuck E. Cheese to let's go to Dave and Buster's. So that's what.
Oh, they Dave and Buster's age now. Yeah, like my older 2, they more Dave and Buster's. Of course they're older. So yeah, what is that? You feel like that age transition from Chuck E. Cheese to Dave and Buster's
I don't know.
type?
Mine's 7 and 8, so
that seemed to happen quick. Like Dave and Buster's.
Maybe because we didn't go to Chuck E. Cheese that much. I think they had maybe 2 parties there. They had birthday parties there, but they're Maybe because I like Dave and Buster's more.
I think that's more so
and
what
I
it is.
probably
Like,
persuade them more to let's go to Dave and
it's
Buster's.
more things I can do at
Right.
Dave and Buster's.
I'm not
Like,
about
it
to
really ain't
walk
for,
around Chuck E.
like,
Cheese.
this really ain't for you. It's for me. If I'm
Yeah.
gonna pay for it, we going
Because
somewhere.
at
I
Chuck E.
wanna
Cheese,
have.
I'm on like one game, like trying to
The
get the
basketball
high level
game, yeah, the basketball
and
game,
just
yeah.
on that the whole time. At Dave and Buster's, I feel like we have a more variety. I don't know. Maybe I like Dave and Buster's more, and I feel like they should like it more. It's more games.
It's more
there.
games there. Yeah, it's definitely more games there.
But yeah.
And the games work, so
Yes.
they have that going for them. But yeah, so that was my week. Had a birthday. Trey, you know, hey, you know that was cool. You know, he wanted to get his brother a gift, and it was a cool gift. You know, he put some thought into it. He actually gave him something that he thought he'll like. So
Maybe because he think he's gonna return the favor to him.
maybe he think when his birthday come, like, I bought you. I can see that too. I can see Trey. Trey is that one. Be like, I got you a gift. I can see that, and I really hope that's not the case. So now I feel like I gotta reserve my praise.
Mine haven't done that. Where they begged me to go get the other person a gift yet. Now they have had. My youngest birthday just passed, and my oldest gave her $5 for her birthday.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that equates
That kind of
to
saved it, yeah.
thing, but yeah, I guess.
That was cool, but yeah, that was my week. How about you?
Steady week, same boring week.
Summertime.
Cleaned up my kids' room this week.
Find anything
and,
interesting?
I found 2 chargers.
Oh, okay. That move you up to 3.
Yes, I was so mad, and I was so mad when I found them. Like, here go the charger right here. Here go another one right here.
Start fussing.
So I started fussing at them like, this is why y'all can't get a phone. And which another fun thing about the phone thing, I found out like in Florida, I don't know if it's a worldwide thing, but I found out in Florida kids can't have phones no more.
I haven't heard that.
On the news, they had
like what age?
I don't think they had it at 8. I think they had it at grade level. I think in high school you can take it out for 4 or 5 hours or something.
4 or 5 hours. That's the whole school day almost.
I think they had like middle school and under, like no cell phones.
Like actually having them out in school. That makes sense.
I think like having them out. Maybe that's what it was, not having them out. I took it as they're not allowed to have phones in schools at all.
Yeah, in school. Yeah, right.
But maybe it was they're not allowed to have them out.
You can't have them out.
I don't know. I have to read it again. But it was like on the news that they couldn't have them out. So that's what discouraged me from buying, or because I was thinking about buying them cell phones this Christmas. Either a cell phone for Christmas, which is another debate. When do you buy your kid's cell phone? What age? I guess you know your kid. It was either going to be cell phones or new tablets. And I feel like I was leaning towards more of the new tablets than cell phones anyway, because they can't charge them. They don't know how to charge it. And I was like, I ain't about to be buying. I can buy a new tablet, but buying a new phone and, you know, lost this and that was just another headache. So
the phone, would it be a smartphone?
Probably.
Well, I asked that because my wife and I, of course, with the older kids, you know, we've been thinking about dialing back what type of phone they have, because at least we don't feel like that they may not be mature enough to have have a phone, but all you can do is phone calls and texts. But as far as like having apps, the social media, especially like primarily the social media apps, they're kind of like showing, you know, both of them aged 13, almost 14. They're just not showing the maturity level to constantly have access to their friends through social media, or just the content they're watching or absorbing, where it's like, okay, y'all just gonna we need y'all to have a phone, and try to limit the mindless scrolling that they do, just going through TikTok videos, different whatever they're watching or whatever. It's like I don't think y'all mature enough to have, especially social media apps where you can talk to anybody on there.
Yeah, it's funny you say that. Talking about maturity, because my kid's not allowed to get on YouTube. I find it on their tablet. I have to delete it. Put a thing on there where it can't get back on the tablet. Yeah. So then it appears back again. So I'm trying to figure out how to get it back on there. So I delete it again. Then I get on their TV. Now it's on their TV. They got it on their TV, so I have to delete it from there. It's like, don't get on YouTube. So I go to the search history to just see what they're watching. Now they're watching mindless, stupid, kid stuff. But my mind is, I don't know where this could take you. So you on there watching kid stuff, how to bake and little kid stuff, and they reviewing games and stuff and this stuff. The other day they was watching somebody, just a vlog of somebody just walking through the beach or walking to this water park, and he cussing and all this type of stuff. There's just so many things that I can't shield from you, and I can't monitor you all the time watching YouTube. So I just say don't watch it at all.
Right.
But the fact that you just can find different ways to put it on, I think it's the youngest. It has to be the youngest. Because every time I bring it up, it's, no, Chloe did that. So I don't know how she's doing it or clever enough to do it, but it keeps appearing back on the tablets, on the TV, on my Xbox, and all these different things. So when you're talking about getting a phone,
that's just
and
another
social
medium
media,
that can put it up.
It's just so many other things that can go wrong with it. So I guess that does push the needle over to one side as far as don't get phones, or you like say dial it back to
dial it back to phone call and text. Now that's the kind of phone Journey has, because she done proven that she's not mature enough to have a smartphone.
Crazy. Journey is just crazy. The worst one.
Just hard headed.
Just hard headed.
And we trying to figure she the one that really triggers the.
But you said in one podcast before that she had a friend that was just not a good friend.
Yeah. So having friends is not good friends, and so you being led or being influenced or being a follower essentially of this friend or whatever, and you're not. And I tell my kids all the time, just because your friend can do it don't mean you could do it. Your friend may not get the same consequences you get. You the one who getting
toe up at the house. I
tossed between the refrigerator and the cabinets.
Yes.
Your friend living
lavish.
They could be living lavish with their feet up.
Yep.
That's not your testimony.
But you over there getting crucified.
You're getting crucified, and you still choosing to follow this person. And so, again, she's already proven that smartphone, you get phone call and text. And then the only numbers in there are numbers we put in there. And then the app that we have, like we can track, we can see conversations and all that kind of stuff. Now, Adonis still have a smartphone, but he about to get his privileges revoked because he just allows her to hold his phone, defeating the whole purpose. So it's like, you about to lose your phone too. So now nobody got a smart, so nobody got access to TikTok. Nobody got access to YouTube. Nobody got access to whatever, so, and y'all just not proving yourself mature enough to handle it. And granted, big picture, you think about big picture, they're 13, 14, they're probably not mature enough for it anyway. So it's more so just a lesson learned on our part that introducing stuff too soon when they just not much, their brains can't handle it. And so that you just overexposing them anyway. So trying to put the cork back in the bottle, or whatever the expression is, trying to uncork the bottle, that's what it is. Maybe it's too late, whatever, but just for our kids, it's just like, y'all not mature enough to have this stuff.
I think I'm leaning towards that because I can see my oldest giving Chloe, the youngest, her phone, because I was leaning towards just getting her the phone, and because usually whatever I get for her, I get for the other youngest, but as far as the cell phone, I was just going to give it to the oldest. They're in the same school anyway, whatever. But I can see that happening, or Chloe convincing her to give it to her. So I think we'll just stick with the tablets for now, and try to monitor that as much as I possibly can. Yeah,
and we just have to. We know what the world is, but we still got to recognize who kids are at the end of the day. And most kids,
they dumb and stupid, don't know what they're doing.
And if your kid different, but most kids by and large are dumb and immature. And
and sneaky, just
like we were. It was the
fact that think they know more than us is crazy, but
it was TV channels that we weren't supposed to watch, or TV channels that had the wavy thing. We trying to make out pictures in between the waves, or listening to music that our parents probably wouldn't necessarily agree to us listening to. So we were the same way. We just have to, we can't be too far removed from our youth to think that our kids are different.
Right.
Our kids ain't different. Your child is you. So if you were a bad kid or a sneaky kid, or you did stuff you weren't supposed to do, chances are they doing it too. So that's how that go.
That's the world we live in.
So we had to scale that back.
All right. As we transition into
Hot topics.
trending topics.
My bad.
What's going on around the world? We have stumbled upon a topic of concern for our parents.
Yes.
Topic was, are we raising our kids in a world that's falling apart? This had to do with climate change, with the global heat waves, the climate change, and just parenting issues that we have to face that I guess that are not being talked about enough. I don't know if they've been talked around in my circles, but didn't know this was a big issue.
Yeah.
So I have a news article here. It says the increasing conversation about research on mental health implications of climate health for our youth and young children. They say it's very real. The widespread impact on parents is often overlooked. In 2020 or 2022, for example, one U.S. survey of parents found that over 70% are concerned about climate change and impact on their children. What's your thoughts on that, my boy?
I won't say that I spend a lot of time thinking about it, about climate change and the impact on the kids. Now, that's not saying that, I'll just use, like, we oftentimes complain that our kids don't go outside, all this kind of stuff.
Right.
That's not to say that I don't recognize that, shoot, it is hotter than it was when we was growing up. So
very hot outside.
So trying to balance between having active kids outside while picking out what time of day they go out.
I remember they had a commercial on Nickelodeon on the kids' channel, a Play 60. So get outside, get active for 60 minutes. So, I mean, you're not going to die in 60 minutes.
You're not going to die. But I do think you have to be mindful of the time of day. Like, probably don't want to go between the hours of noon and 4 o'clock. You know, the heat of the day. You want to, like, for me, my kids are asked to go outside or whatever, and sometimes if it's like 1:30, 2 o'clock, you just like, it's too hot right now. You know, so you can go outside a little later once the sun starts to set, start to go down, and get your outside time then. So you do kind of have to be mindful of the conditions. I know I may tell stories all the time. We was outside all day and all this kind of stuff.
We were outside.
Outside all day. And I remember in the summer getting up to 95, here in Florida, get up to 95 degrees and all this kind of stuff. But I don't know. And I don't know if I'm just getting old, but sometimes I go outside and it does feel different. It is hot for real out here. Like,
yeah, I don't know if we're getting older, but
I don't know if that's just age,
hot.
but it is
I was just
hot.
taking stuff out the trunk, into the house, into the air conditioning, going back outside, going back inside, and I was drenched.
Yeah, like you legit, your shirt starts sticking to you and stuff like that. So,
but should kids be concerned, or should parents be concerned about the kids in this climate change weather? And
that's where I'm like, you know, should I be concerned for them? Like, I don't know if too often, at least in our circles, if it's thought about that much. Like, oh my God, like, or at least thought about to where it's causing us stress and anxiety and dread.
Right.
You know,
so I'll read this story about a lady wrote, my eldest boy won't wear a mask to protect himself against smoke inhalation. I know you, because he's scared that the virus may come back. So he's scared to wear a mask to prevent the smoke, I guess, from the fires around him. Because he's scared of COVID coming back. So
basically, our kids we've lived through a lot. A lot of just global stuff, and I guess COVID, COVID was a scary time. A lot of uncertainty going on. I don't know how old she said the kid was, but maybe that just put them in the mind of lockdowns and not being able to do your favorite things or be around people and stuff like that. I don't know if they're properly explaining that this ain't the same thing.
Right.
Like,
I don't know,
okay,
because my kids were COVID. Well,
Yeah.
they weren't COVID babies, but they was around during COVID, but they
right.
probably didn't understand. I mean, they had to wear masks, and I believe I taught them how, what's going on, viruses and people coughing and sick and da-da-da.
But in this
they're
case,
not scared. Today, like, I don't got my mask on.
Or in this case, okay, because of the smoking, the smoky outside, explaining that we're wearing this because of the smoke. It's not. We're not saying you can't be. It's not the same situation as COVID.
It's just
So,
communication, baby.
I think that may be just a lack of properly
communication.
communicating with their kid about this and say, you're worried over nothing. It's just we don't want you to breathe in smoke. That's it.
That's all.
I don't know what all this other stuff is about. This other foolishness.
Yeah, I don't understand. I think it's just lack of communication.
I think that's more of a putting your trauma on your kid at that point, because you probably told your kid during COVID, bad COVID. Not that it wasn't nothing to be serious about, but you probably put those fears in your kid, and now they're living. Y'all moved on, but your kid living with it, and so now putting on the masses, bringing them back to bad COVID, and they got them scared.
I just don't see kids scared of. I can see some.
Kids don't think about much.
Right.
So
I don't think they're scared of the COVID coming back or heat waves. I can just hear kids just cuss. Well, maybe the circles that we're in. I just hear kids cussing and talking about how hot it is outside, and but they're not talking about oh my gosh, we're gonna die because of climate control and it's gonna burn us. But there are circles. Obviously, this is a report.
Well, and I've read articles of people choosing not to have kids because of those type of concerns, whether it be political concerns. You don't feel like the world or the country you're in is on the right track. Why would when you hear people say, why would I bring kids into a world like this? I've seen or read stories like that where people are even considering not even having kids at all.
Well, it sounds like those people don't want kids anyway.
Yeah, they were just looking for a reason.
Yeah, we're just looking for a reason.
It's getting hot.
Just let somebody on the heat. Oh, it's hot. Yeah, you didn't want kids.
You didn't want kids.
You didn't want kids at all.
So I have heard stuff like that where people are just I don't want to bring kids into a world like this anyway. And the parents who are. This isn't to downplay mental health or whatever, but the parents who are letting that be those type of things, causing you anxiety and stuff.
Yes.
I think that's more of you just putting more. Take care as best as you can take care, and that's all we all can do. Take care as best as you can take care.
Stop overthinking it.
Stop overthinking it.
God is in control. For everybody that believe in God is in control.
Yeah,
He's not gonna burn your baby down.
Or even if you don't believe, control what you can control.
Control what you control.
If it's getting hot, it's getting hotter. Just adapt or make do as best you can.
Yeah, get a little fan. I got my kids.
The one of the little neck thing. I need to get one for heading to football games.
Got one. Yeah.
Now, speaking of football, there have been times like it's almost football season, so it's appropriate heading out to a football game. And we live in Jacksonville, so we have an open air stadium. I'm taking my oldest with me. I have been concerned about it get hot.
I can imagine it gets really hot. Now that may be a concern.
The game's
getting
at
hot
1 o'clock.
They run around.
It's in the heat of the day.
Oh, the game's at 1 o'clock now.
Well, no, I'm talking about actually attending a football game, a Jaguars game.
Oh, okay.
So if I take my kids with me to a game, it's an open air stadium. The game's at 1 o'clock between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m.
Yeah,
that's the heat of the day.
The hottest time.
The hottest part of the day. So the last few games he's gone with me. I have taken precaution, like if it's near halftime, we'll head to under the tunnel or what, the breezeway. I make sure he has water, or we're just going in enough to get out the sun. It is hot. Now I can stand it, but I do think about him. These kids ain't built like us, so I do take extra precaution when he's with me. So I guess, as a parent, I do have times fall into that camp of looking out for them, to make sure it's not too hot. I'm checking on them, like, you okay? Need some water? Boom, boom, boom. But it's not driving me. It's not giving me anxiety and stuff.
Yes.
I'm not like. It probably sounds like. Turn off the news from time to time.
Yes.
Like you probably
There's too much stuff too much going in people's head, and y'all just
yeah,
it's confusing you.
It's confusing you. So turn the news off
Turn
from
it
time.
on.
Be aware enough to what generally what's going on, but don't watch the news every night. Don't watch
screen times on your phone and on
put
your
screen
mental.
times for yourself. Right.
Yes.
You have to give yourself screen
There
times
you go.
we get inundated with all this stuff and it's doom and gloom, and now it's causing you anxiety, and now it's so much anxiety. People out there, I don't even want kids.
There it is.
I don't even want kids.
That leads us straight into our next one. Screens are raising our kids.
Screens are raising us kids.
Are we okay with that?
To go back earlier in the episode about the type of cell phone, that played a part in determining the type of cell phones. At least for one of them for right now. It may end up being both of them, big picture. But if you can only call and text on your phone, that's going to automatically reduce your screen time.
There you go, right there.
So now it leaves you open to be more engaged with the family because you're not off in your room just scrolling underneath the covers, watching who knows what.
And I think that's, I don't know, I got to confirm the news thing, but I believe that's probably why I can just see kids walking the hallways just on their phone.
Bumping and teaching, not even looking, just walking around.
While the teacher's teaching, pulling it out, making TikToks or whatever. Probably not. I can just imagine what school life is now. Because I'm just trying to remember when we was in school, we had phones, but I don't think we were on our phones like that.
Phones didn't become a thing. Now we're older, but phones didn't come into a thing till like our senior year in high school.
Yeah, we wasn't like
nobody had phones.
It wasn't that crazy like it is now.
Like the only people who had cell phones was our parents if they had one, and then even back then, phone calls and texts. So it's not like we had devices that kept our attention like that.
Yes.
And I think that's why so many young people now are so socially awkward because they're in their screen so much they're not interacting with the world around them. You got people now who don't make eye contact when you speak to them or when they speak to people. Don't know how to properly shake somebody's hand. Don't know how to small talk, because they're just so into their screen or on their device that they're interacting with that instead of the world around them. And so I'm definitely in favor of limited screen time.
Do your kids be on their tablets now? Or do you limit them during the summer? Because now, I used to limit them.
They are limited them I do limit them over the summer.
In the summer, I let it just go.
Right.
They have their tablets. Like today, they literally woke up. I had to literally tell them, don't touch your tablet until you brush your teeth and wash your face.
You got to
get up.
At least brush your teeth and change your clothes.
Get up. They'll take their tablet to the dinner table, which they're not supposed to have their tablet at the dinner table. And they're not supposed to, touch their tablet before they wash their face and brush their teeth. I think I let them go so hard during the summer is because during school, no tablets all week.
You don't have them anyway,
no
right?
No tablets all week, and you get them on the weekend. I think I did the screen time once before because it got to the point like, bro, y'all been on these tablets all day. So I did get to the point where I did start doing the screen time where, hey, once it cut off, that's it.
You're right. That's it for the day.
I think I let them go all the way to like 7 o'clock at night, and then at 7 it's like that cut off. Only thing that's open is your Bible. That's the only thing that you can open is your Bible.
Right. That's the
you want to stay on the tablet?
You better read
your
some
Bible.
word. Right. You get some word up in you.
So I'm a favor. I'm definitely a favor because, like you say, the socially awkward thing. When they came over the house the other day, it's like, hey. Speed. Like, y'all was just in the car yelling and screaming. Now we come in somebody's house. You probably haven't seen them as much. But, hey, say hey. How you doing?
We went to my mom's house just a couple of days ago. We went to my mom's house. My mom opened up the door. They just walked. Excuse you. What? Now you're embarrassing me. Say hey. That whole, and it's just, not enough interaction with the world around them to where the proper
interaction
protocol
with your own
family. Right.
Mom, go to the table now and just I'm like, hey,
good morning.
What's up? Like, how do you sleep? Yeah, and they just got the tablet. I slept good. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
So screens are definitely raising our kids at the moment.
And I get the convenience of it, especially when I'm home and I'm working.
Leave me alone.
Or like me and my sons that head up to the barbershop to get our hair cut.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm in a chair, it keeps them quiet, you know, so that I'm in the chair. So if they run around, I can't do nothing. I'm in the chair. So I get the convenience of it, where here it holds their attention enough so I can do other stuff. But, you know.
So you're saying that we're the ones crippling them.
Yeah, I've been having this conversation a lot lately that people complain about kids, but I'm flipping it up. No, it's us as parents.
I do definitely agree.
It's us as parents.
Because like you say, when we go to the barbershop, I didn't have a tablet. I had to sit there.
We had to sit there
watch
and wait.
TV or talk to the people that's around.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't have a tablet to keep my attention.
They didn't have a tablet in church. They didn't have a tablet at the doctor's office. Or when we were with our parents, when they ran errands. We just had to, when we got home, you know, we just had to be quiet.
So how do we adapt to today's times?
We
allow a little bit.
It's crazy because I think about that too, because I think we fell in line because we knew our parents were slightly off. Mm-hmm. Our kids don't have that same fear of us as we had of our parents. So it's like, do we revert back to the 80s, 90s parenting and hit first, ask questions later? Mm-hmm. Laws done changed a lot since then. You know, you got all these abuse hotlines and stuff. And
I'm not scared of the laws.
Or your kids head to school and they say the wrong thing and now somebody's showing up to your door. So it's like, what's that perfect blend of 80s, 90s parenting to meet new age parenting?
Yes.
To where, hey, you know, you're not going to be if we going somewhere, we just go, and you just got to learn to have patience and be quiet until we're done. You know, I'm not going to pacify you. It's convenient for me, but I'm not going to pacify you with the tablet because I know what the long-term effects of that is.
Yeah. It sounds good if you start like that.
Yeah.
When you first,
when you're already
in it, and now you take it away from them, it's hard to make the shift now that we knee deep in it.
Right.
And trying to autocorrect now. Because trying to take my kids' tablet, because when I do take their tablets, they do find other things to do, obviously, where they can play with baby dolls and talk
creative, right? I think that tablet is taking away their creativity.
True.
Like, do kids even know how to draw anymore? Like, makeup games.
It does add a little bit. I would say there's pros and cons of it.
It's definitely pros. Yeah.
My oldest, I would say it's pros and cons because they do find new things in the tablets that they use that I didn't think they would know. But like you say, it does hurt in a way with the social skills. So it's a balance between. It's just trying to find that balance of what's too much and what's too.
Yeah.
Because like you say, with time, you don't want them to be left behind because technology gonna keep advancing.
It's just gonna keep going.
So you have to give them something to continue with the times. You don't need to be going to. Well, I don't know. Would you rather your kid? As we go into the next topic, I guess that would lead into the next topic. Would you let your kid use AI to do their homework?
No, I wouldn't, and I'll tell you why. And I have a real life testimony to this. So, the book report, the summer book report that we assigned our kids, beginning of the summer. Now, Adonis has done his or whatever. He wrote a book report which had its challenges. Journey, on the other hand, still ain't did it.
Okay.
The deadline has long gone by.
Journey keeps coming up.
I'm telling you, Journey is the one that's testing all my gangster. I promise you.
I'm starting to lead off a trade.
She testing. It's kid 2 and 3.
Okay.
The middle 2 kids. They testing all my gangster, but she ain't finished her book report, right? So we found her working on. She ain't read the book. To start, ain't read the book. She's trying to write a book report without reading the book. So she's relying on AI and Google, ChatGPT to do it. And so the piece that she turned in is like, I know you and you don't talk like this.
I know you
and you don't talk like this. And so
that's
with
a
the
dead giveaway. You have to go back and put some of the words in it.
Right. Like, you don't even know what some of these words mean, let alone they part of your book report, a part of the synopsis of the story. I know, because I know you didn't read the story. So then letting AI do your kid, it's like taking away their critical thinking skills. And I think one thing these kids like probably attribute to screen time is critical thinking skills. They don't know how to take what they read and think about it and draw their own conclusions from it.
Right.
And so if you just go into letting AI do their homework, whether it be reading or math, or the kid not learning. It's the bot doing all the stuff, you know? And so now...
What about for research purposes? Would you rather them go to the library, look it up in a book, or ask ChatGPT?
Be able to find, because ChatGPT is only all ChatGPT is doing is summarizing whatever is fed into it. How do you know that the resources it's pulling from are legitimate resources?
Well, I was
Unless
told
you know how to find your
ChatGPT
resources
is looking at
yourself.
this big database, and it's whatever's put into the internet, it goes in quick, like a quicker Google. So that's what I was told.
Right. But how do you still have to be able on the back
Right,
end
I'm
still
with
have to verify if these are legitimate, if what
That's
it's
like the
spitting
thing
out
with
is legitimate.
I feel like we've already, before ChatGPT got here, I feel like we was already doing that with Hey Siri, Hey Alexa, because my kids use that constantly.
Oh,
Oh,
there you
I'm
go.
sorry. I use ChatGPT, whatever it's called, for research purposes, just to get something quicker. Hey, how do you budget? How do I budget all these bills? Da da da. Give me a plan for the next 30 days. Boom, 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 boom,
Now, if
boom.
it's something like that, if it's used for an aid in life, but not to go, you still have to be able to have enough context, you know enough context yourself to know if what it's giving you sounds right. That's like, I'll use religion for example. Whatever church you go to, whatever pastor you're under. You mentioned the Bible earlier. You got to know enough of the Bible yourself to know if what that pastor is saying is in line or not. So if you just, that's like, but on the flip side, we know people who've been in church their whole life and only getting what that pastor is giving them. They're not going to the source themselves. So if you just get to the point where your AI or ChatGPT is doing all your work for you, you don't have enough context yourself to know if it's leading you the right way or not. You know, so you still gotta be knowledgeable of something yourself to where, hey, Google or whoever, the AI bot, what happens with osmosis? This thing could say anything, and it could say osmosis is when the ozone hole gets bigger than what it is. You're like, no, for what my understanding of biology, osmosis is the absorption of other stuff, But you turn it in the paper that talk about the ozone layer.
Right.
Because you don't have that context, you haven't learned that context yourself. Because you didn't at least do the preliminary research to let ChatGPT complete the thought. So you didn't have the original thought.
With technology. So when the last time your kids went to the library?
Because of who my wife is, she's a school teacher, so they go to the library, often. She loves the library. She's the whole reason that they had the book report, because she's a avid reader herself, and so she wants the kids to have a love of reading, or at least a practical have a practical appreciation of reading. Okay. And I'm the same way. Like, know a little bit about everything. You'll never know everything, but know a little bit about a lot. So at least, you have a general sense to be like, okay, something to compare with, or at least, I don't mind using AI tools as an aid, but not AI tools to lead you. It helped me to create a budget, help me to put a summary together for a report I'm doing or whatever. Or help me summarize my thoughts. But don't tell me what to think.
Right.
And I think too many people are letting AI tell them what to think instead of it aiding or summarizing what you think.
So how did Journey do with this book report?
She still ain't finished it because the piece of crap she turned in, we told her to go back and read the book and then she still ain't. It was supposed to be due at the end of last month. We about to be at the end of another month, and she still ain't turned in nothing. Matter of fact, last night and this morning, she came in our room last night. I'm bored. In classic parent fact, I know you got a book report you can do. Earlier today, I'm bored. I have nothing to do. I told her, you better get out of here before I tell you something you don't want to hear.
Yeah.
Don't tell me you ain't got nothing to do and this book report still ain't done.
Always something to
Talk about I'm bored. You better go read that book and get up my face.
Fred, Deja,
Yeah.
I need Journey to be better.
Please be better.
Yeah, well, ChatGPT is not raising our kids.
Like I said, don't allow it to be an aid, not to lead you. Like so. And I just talked to my dad earlier today, and we got on the topic of robots and AI. So I said, there's Terminator movies, iRobot. Didn't we watch these movies? It doesn't end well for us if we just let them have their way.
As I drive a Tesla.
But see,
when they take over, they're going to take over.
I will be on the front line of resistance. I'm on John Connor's side. I'm in the resistance army.
Hey, it is what it is at this point. They have enough data on us as if you weren't living off the grid 20 years ago, they got enough data on you.
I mean,
already.
they got the data on you, yeah, but I'm just not ready to fully let go. I need some type of autonomy for myself. I like my own have my own thoughts on stuff.
Right, like you say, I want ChatGPT to categorize my thoughts. So I'm gonna put these thoughts in here. Tell me what
summarize my
summarize
thoughts.
them. Make this a little clearer for me.
Yeah, if it would help me make this more concise or whatever. But don't think for me. I'm not gonna say, tell me how to put a business proposal together about opening up a gym, and it does the whole proposal for me, and I have no input on it. So now when I present, I'm like, dang, say all that.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah.
All right, makes sense.
That's where I am. That's where I am about it.
Well, I think we get into the end of our podcast. We appreciate y'all for staying with us this long.
Always.
Last words.
Hey, stay present.
Stay present.
Don't going back to the story in the beginning of the episode. Don't let these relationships die on the vine. Keep them up. We all need our village. We here for you too. So stick around and share your stories with us. Share your stories with us.
Yes.
We love to discuss them and get other feedback from our loyal listeners.
Yes. Don't forget, parents, we up.
We up.
Don't let these kids get you down.
Peace.
Daddy, where's mommy?